All right. We are doing blocky music. I think this is like, I don't know, we're in the double digits now. But I've got Alyssa and Janet as always. And we're going to be doing Street Fighter 2. So we're just going to go through them. I think last time we said we're going to play the whole loop now. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
That's a lot of little boxes I see.
Yeah. Um, so
He's not joking.
Alrighty.
we're going to
Y'all
do
in
it.
for a long one.
Yeah, this is a relatively long one, but it's a good one. So, all right, let's just get it. And I don't have to describe what Street Fighter is. You guys know what Street Fighter is.
Okay.
Do we even need to finish this? It's a 5.
Well, yeah, but we're going to have the whole thing play.
I know.
All right, so that was Ryu's stage. Alyssa, since you had comments from the beginning, what are you doing?
I mean, it's a 5. It's like, it's the one everybody knows. It's also, actually, I really like this version of the song too, compared to other ones I've heard. It's very nice.
Okay, 5. Janet, what do you got?
It was a nice and catchy tune. I was gonna ask, is this the most popular one? Because it feels familiar, but
Well, Ryu's in the most games, so they use Ryu's theme as like the Street Fighter's theme song for some of the games.
I see.
So it is played a lot. This specific one we're listening to is the one I grew up with. It's a Super Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo. So there's like 8 or 9 different versions of Street Fighter 2 on like 8 or 9 or even more different systems. But this specific one is the one that I grew up with, so it's the one that I chose. It's not the original one or even the most popular one, but it's the one that I like because it's the one that I remember. So what's your score, Janet?
I'll give it a 4.
4. Okay, between 4 and 5. I'm gonna split it as a 5.
Good choice.
And then we'll go. Yeah, I mean we've got this is the first one. So
This is my favorite game.
yeah. First of all, all right, Alyssa.
That one is a little hard to see in a fighting game, honestly. It's really slow, and I usually like slow songs, but I don't know. I think I'd give this one a 3. It's like a good background song, but for a fighting game, I don't know.
Okay, Janet, what you got?
I didn't like it. That was, yeah, like she said, it was too slow. I don't see it as a fight. I see that as like picking from the menu type of music, not fighting. I'm gonna give it a 2.
That's fair. You know, I could go with a 2 if you want to. If a 2 is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2 as well. And just because I don't know if how well you guys know the characters. You guys know who Ryu is. E Honda. He's this. He's a sumo
Sumo
wrestler.
guy.
His stage is it's a bathhouse, so you're like fighting in front of a bathhouse. And then Ryu's stage is on top of this like Japanese castle. Depending
Is this
on
the game? Sorry to interrupt. Is this the game that has the green guy with the orange hair?
that's the next one that we're doing.
Oh,
Yeah, so this is Blanca.
Blanca.
Blanca, he's the green guy with the orange hair. His stage is Brazil. Also, Ryu and E Honda are both Japan. Blanca is Brazil. You're fighting on a dock, and there's just some houses and like a giant snake in the background. So, Blanca.
This song right off the bat reminds me of the music that Victor makes.
I don't know. I think Victor's music's a little bit faster paced usually.
But it's that little sound where the little like. I don't know.
This one develops nicely.
Like I'm literally imagining Victor tapping on his DS really close to his face.
And they wonder
Trying
why
to
I'm
make
blind. All right, Blanca, Alyssa.
You know, I like how that song kind of sounds more midway than at the beginning. I'd say it's a solid 3. I think it's a little slow paced, but I don't know. It has a really nice melody to it. Depending on the day, I might give it a 4.
Okay, and Janet, what you got?
That's a high rating for someone that was kind of iffy about it. I'm gonna give it a 3 only because the last one was a 2, and I actually like this song. But for a fighting game, I don't know. So, but it was a catchy tune. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay, you guys both said 3. Alyssa, so we'll leave it as a 3. All right. Guile. Guile's the American, the army guy with the big,
Hello.
with the good blonde hair.
Victor, we cannot hear you.
Oh, I said Guile is the blonde one.
Oh, no.
He's the.
Hello, Victor.
Can you still not hear me?
It's gone. It's nice knowing you. We mentioned him too much. That's
Yeah.
why.
Can you guys not hear me?
Yeah, we can't hear you. All right, here, let me text him. Can't hear you. Going great, guys.
Oh my
Just
God.
change it to like that one screen that has a lot of
Yeah.
colors. Just
Yeah.
or whatever sound it makes. I don't know.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes, now we can.
Okay, weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
It's okay.
yeah, that's weird. I think this happened last time too. Anyway, so the next one is Guile. Just taking, y'all can still hear me, right?
Yes.
So the next one is Guile. He's the American with the army guy with the big blonde hair. His stage is an American Air Force base. So Guile.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Reminds me of like another song in another game. Is
Was
it just me?
No? Just see you doing it.
All right, Alyssa, what do we got?
That's a 5. That's a nice solid 5 from me.
Wow. I'm
Oh.
starting to see like a pattern of. I think the only one that was really fast paced and up there was the first one, and we all liked it. I have a feeling, I could be wrong, that the rest are going to be similar in speed. So I don't want to judge it off of speed anymore. But yeah, I did like that one to the point where I'm between a 3 or a 4. What did Alyssa say?
She said a
What-
5.
Okay, I don't know about that. I say 4.
Okay, I'll do 4. I'll leave it as a 4. I do really like it. There's actually there's a meme if you go on YouTube. If you search Guile's theme goes with everything. There's literally videos of anything, and they play this song, and it fits perfectly. Like there's one where it's like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and like I think it's like Uncle Phil playing pool or something, and they put this over it, and it fits perfectly.
Oh man.
But yeah. So the next one is Ken. He's the other American. He is Ryu's like best friend. This one is gonna sound really familiar to you, Janet, like extremely familiar.
Okay.
And it actually, I believe it came before it came after this, a different song. And there's clearly an inspiration in the beginning. So without anything else, Ken.
You know what hurts my soul the most is that you gave such a wonderful introduction to it. I can't recall this at all.
It's just the intro.
I know, but like, it hurts my heart that you were like, Jenny, you're gonna know this one. And I'm like, no, I don't.
No, just the intro, and I'll tell you what it is, and you'll be like, oh. Yo, this one's going hard.
Yeah.
All right. Alyssa, you're up.
That is also an easy 5 for me, I think. Good stuff, Ken.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay, Janet, what do you got?
I mean, yeah, I liked it. It felt more full. I don't know if that's a good word to use. There was a lot happening, but it made sense.
More upbeat, more energy for you, Janet.
Yeah, but I think the reason why for the first one I gave it a 5 was because I remembered it, and there was what's that word?
Nostalgia.
There you go. But for this one, I liked it, but it doesn't give me that extra like. I want to give it 5 stars, so I'll give it a 4. But it was really good.
Okay, I will tiebreaker this with a 5.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the intro to this, Janet, is Mighty Wings by Cheap Trick.
Wait, you need to play it one more time for all of our Top Gun fans because it made a comeback and I love it. I hear it immediately.
You didn't hear it before, but now.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, Top Gun.
All right. So next we've got Chun-Li. You all know who Chun-Li is. Her stage is in China. It's in front of like a marketplace. So yeah, just here we go. right, Alyssa.
That one, even though it's slow, I really like it. It fits the theme. It has a nice beat. It has some extra stuff going on. I'd give it a 4. It's a solid 4 for me.
Okay, Janet, what do you got?
I really did. It was pretty I don't know what words to make it, fancy. It was good.
I enjoy the sounds made.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to look up whatchamacallit. I had to look up what she looked like. I just needed to confirm that what I thought was Chun-Li was Chun-Li.
Gotcha.
And I was correct. But anyways, back to the score. It was so good that I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with 4. Below or above Guile?
Below Guile, I would say.
I have really bad memory, so I'm just gonna agree with Alyssa when it comes to recalling past.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll double check them at the end, but okay. So Zangief, he
comes out in Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes. Zangief comes out in Wreck-It Ralph. He's the big Russian wrestler.
Now everyone knows my age because they're like, really? She's mentioned Wreck-It Ralph.
It doesn't feel like it's that old, but I think at this point it is.
Ew.
But yeah, so his stage is like a steel refinery or something. There's like, I don't know, there's like metal and stuff in the background, and you're like in a I don't know. Anyway, we're Zangief.
I'm liking this. As I'm reading facts about Zangief and listening to his tune. This is great. Often called the Red Cyclone, y'all. I don't know if you guys knew that. Sprinkling some knowledge to everyone.
There you go. Spread the knowledge. Oh, here we go.
Jeez.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Gave me goosebumps.
All right, Zangief, Alyssa.
I'm torn because the way it started, I was like, ooh, this is going to be like a 2. And then how it evolves, I'm just like, oh, I really like this song. I'm going to put it at a 4 because I think if it started better, I'd put it at a 5. But it's a 4.
Oh, okay. Janet?
Trying to find the word. The word I give it is zesty. And I give it a 5.
Okay.
That's fair.
I'm going to lean towards the 5 on this one.
Yeah.
I
You
think
felt the zest.
Oh, I love Zangief's theme. I think below Ryu and Ken for now.
Okay.
But we'll see, because I think Zangief's is really good, but Ryu and Ken's are really, really good. So next we have Dalsim. He is from India. He is the really stretchy guy. And yeah, he's like a yoga master. He can breathe fire and float, because I guess he can meditate so well that he can float. I don't know, man. But yeah, Dalsim, his stage is in a palace. It's like an Indian palace, and there's a bunch of elephants in the room, leading up to like a throne or something. Yeah.
We're playing Animal Crossing now.
All right, Dalsim, Alyssa.
As I said, it kind of sounds like Animal Crossing music, honestly. Like, I, it's like a nice upbeat tune. I, like I said, it's fine for background music. It's gonna be a 2.
Wow. Okay. Janet.
Okay. It was it was different. I'll give you that. I just can't imagine like kicking someone or like punching someone with that music in the background. But the song itself is great. Um, yeah. But given that, my score, because I'm so in between, I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with a 3. I don't. I think it's as a fighting song, it's not great. It's never been my favorite stage. Also, when you play the stage, the elephants are always making sounds. So while you hear this, you just hear like loud elephant sounds, but blocky loud elephant sounds. So it's not fantastic. But I really like how even though it's like it was made with like in like the 1991 or whatever, the and they have limited sound stuff, like you can still kind of hear like the Indian kind of like instruments, or like they tried going for that kind of vibe.
You're true.
So I think it's successful in that. Blanca is better, so I'm gonna leave it below Blanca. So the next 4, Balrog, Vega, Sagat, Bison, they are like they're the 4 bosses of the game. So these are like, no matter what, when you play the game, you fight the characters at random, and then the last 4 are always going to be the same 4. So Balrog is the other American, because there's 3. He is a boxer, and his stage is in Las Vegas, and you're in front of a casino, and there's like a bunch of neon lights and like lowriders and like dancing ladies. So yeah, Balrog.
Apparently, there's 2 Balrogs. One of them is from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, it's the Balrog from Lord of the Rings is like a fire demon. It's called a Maya.
Balrog's also
I
like
will
a
learn-
common name, I think, for like a creature or something.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it came from Lord of the Rings, but yeah. It's where the meme of Gandalf, "You shall not pass," comes from. Because I think I'm the only one here who's probably watched Lord of the Rings and read it.
I've seen the first one.
I haven't seen or read it.
All
I
right.
didn't know that was a book.
Another thing too. In Japan, Balrog, Vega, and Bison have their names switched. Because Balrog's original name was supposed to be M. Bison. Because it was supposed to be a play on Mike Tyson. It was supposed to be Mike Bison. But for legal reasons, they didn't want to get in trouble, they changed the names all around. So Balrog, instead of being Vega, he became Balrog, and then Bison. I don't know. It's a weird thing. But those 3 have their names changed. So all that. Okay. Anyway, back Alyssa. Alyssa, what do you got?
I really like this one. It again, good beat. Nice rhythm. I 4. I give it a 4.
Okay. 4. Janet, what you got?
I felt a little bit of the Vegas vibe. I don't know what words to describe it other than felt groovy. And I'm gonna also give it a 4.
Okay, cool. I will. This is actually one of my favorite ones, but yeah, it's 4's good. Where are we gonna
accept that?
Where are we gonna put it in relation to the other ones, or are we just gonna listen to them afterwards? Do you guys have opinions on it yet? Probably not, because that was a while ago.
I would say probably above Chun-Li.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because I know Guile
Yeah.
was a like, it was between a 4 and a 5, so I would say Guile's
Yeah.
probably above that. All right, So we're nearing the end. Vega is the second boss. He is from Spain. He wears the mask and he has the claws on his hand. And his stage is like it's like a caged arena, and then there's like Spanish dancers in the back. Yeah, Vega.
Yeah, I expect some good beats.
Okay, Alyssa, Vega.
I like that it has the clapping in it.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good little tune. I don't think I like it as much as Balrog's, not gonna lie. I was kind of expecting a little bit something different out of this one, but I'd give it a 4 or 3. Like, I think it definitely sits in that range.
Okay, Janet.
Hey, I think this one was really cool. I can this one sounded like I would probably wouldn't mind listening to it over and over again if I had to like fight the boss. You know how the song will repeat and you'll get annoyed of it?
Yes,
I didn't
yes.
feel like I would get annoyed of this one because it was a nice little beat. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I will agree. I will give it a 4. It was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Because it's just fast paced and like it has a lot of energy, and it also feels kind of like it's like, oh shit, this feels like it's like a real fight. It has that like kind of like, this feels important. This feels like it could be the last battle or whatever,
Yes,
kind of
yes.
vibe going for it. And then I mean, we already heard the Balrog, so it won't go above Balrog. Do we want it above Chun-Li?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next, we have Sagat or Sagat. I don't know what his, but he's Thailand. He is one of the only characters here that's from Street Fighter 1, because there is such a thing as Street Fighter 1.
And he's out.
He's gone. He's gone again. We can.
What is it? Sagat.
Can't hear you.
Sagat Street Fighter.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
He's
Hello.
originally an unplayable boss.
Ah.
He
I'm just
became
texting
playable
him,
later.
even though I'm in the room. I'm like, we can't hear you again. I hope he's looking at his
How about
phone.
now?
His signature move is the tiger knee. Also, he looks like a boxer. And in one picture, he has a big
Can
old
you hear me?
scarf.
Mm-hmm.
He's bald. He has an eye patch.
Yeah.
Death.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, we can.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just trying to like hit every button. Okay, sorry about that. No, and I did hear you saying that, and I did see my phone. I was just trying to figure out why it wasn't working. Okay, Sagat.
That's
He
okay.
is he's from Thailand. Janet already basically gave the whole spiel. But yeah, his stage is in Thailand in front of this giant statue. He was from Street Fighter 1. And the giant scar he has on his chest is because Ryu uppercutted him and left the mark on him.
Wow.
So he was the final boss in Street Fighter 1. So he's kind of a big deal in the story. So yeah, we're just gonna go with Sagat. Okay. Sagat. What you got, Alyssa?
Not my favorite, that's for sure. I mean, it has some interesting things going on in it, I think, but for someone who's towards the end of the game, I don't know, it doesn't seem imposing enough, I think, especially if he's like the final boss of the last game. I'd give it like a 2 or 3.
Okay. Janet, what do you give it?
Big fan of it either. I don't. He felt like a whatever type of
Yeah.
boss. Not even a boss. He just kind of felt like a whatever. Um, didn't really live up to what he's supposed to be, which is the big bad. At least in the first one. I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay, I agree. I think 2 is fine, and I think at the bottom is where he is going to be. Probably my least favorite out of the bunch. They have made cool remixes of it, but this specific one, just not feeling it. All right. So then Bison, M Bison. I think we all know who M Bison is. Dictator, red hat, red outfit with his cape. He's also in Thailand. His is in front of like a shrine temple thing. And yeah, he's the final boss of this game and many other Street Fighter games. So, and the Street Fighter movie. So,
Yeah.
we're just going in for straight, yeah. All right, Alyssa.
It, I'm trying to think of a word. I don't know. It has a fast pace to it. I like that it kind of incorporates parts of Ryu's theme into the song. Not like for final boss music, definitely not my favorite. I would say a 3 for Bison.
Okay. Janet, what do you got for Bison?
There was one part where it would play like a little marimba-like tune, and
Yeah.
I really liked that. But other than that, it was kind of like a whatevs. It didn't really stand out to me, so I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay. I'll give it a 3. I think the bottom of the 3, maybe competing with Dalsim for that last spot, but yeah, it has a really good build up, but then it just kind of has, like Jenna would say, it has this like empty, almost hollow feeling in the middle, where it just feels like more should be happening, but it's not.
Yeah.
And that could be due to the fact that this is this specific version, and like there might be like a different version that has more the sounds that it has like fill the space more. But this one specifically, it did kind of have this like almost hollow feeling in the middle. So yeah, I think that's a good spot. And then we have 4 more. These 4 characters, they came out with Street Fighter, then they came out with Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which let you play as the 4 bosses, and then they came out with Super Street Fighter 2, which added 4 extra characters that were brand new, and they've gone on to become pretty famous within the series. The first one is T-Hawk, short for Thunderhawk. He is from Mexico, and it's this big, giant Native American looking dude, and his stage is in front of like I want to say it's like a Mexican mercado, or something like that. So we're just gonna go in T Hawk. All right, T Hawk.
That's such a nice melody. I don't care if it's a fighting game, and this might not necessarily fit a fighting game. That's a 5.
Okay, Janet, what do you got for T Hawk?
I like the little the trumpets.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice, and then it did give a feel of like I'm in the desert type of
Yeah.
thing. And I was also looking at pictures of him, and he looks like he's just literally in the plains. Which is it feels very brown.
Yes.
That's the best way to describe it. As in like scenery and everything. Not that he's brown, which he is, but it's a cool little beat. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay. You know what? I've never liked T Hawk's stage and music and T Hawk. But like listening to it, it's always different when I hear it like this, and then like I actually pay attention to what I'm listening to instead of like, you know, beating up or whatever. I'm torn because I do like it and it should be high, but I don't know if I like it more than like Balrog and Guile. So as a 5, it kind of seems like a little high. So you said 4, and Alyssa, you said 5, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna go 4 on T Hawk. And then this is the part where it gets tricky for me, because
Oh, no.
I really like. I mean, I have extreme like. Balrog's one of my favorite ones in the whole game. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle, and then we'll go back to it.
Yeah.
Also, quick note: all the ones we heard prior to T Hawk were all composed by the same composer, Yoko Shimomura, who is
A goddess.
she's done all kinds of. She ended up doing the music for Kingdom Hearts, Mario and Luigi, a bunch of old games, a bunch of new games. Like she's like world class music composer. These last 4 were not, because the game had already they had already moved on, so they had different people working on it. So if you notice that the loop on this one's way shorter.
Okay.
It was only like 35 seconds, whereas the other ones were like a minute and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So if they sound a little bit different, it's because they technically they're done by different composers. So Fei Long, he is from Hong Kong. He kind of looks like Bruce Lee. He's just like a martial art guy. He's a movie star, martial art guy. So it's literally just Bruce Lee, but as a Street Fighter. And his stage is in front of like a balcony where there's like these like deities in the back or something, statues in the back. It's pretty cool. But Fei Long. All right, Fei Long, Alyssa.
mean, it definitely feels like it should be in a kung fu movie. Uh, I like the kind of God, I forget what the instrument's called, but like the main, like the high pitched sound.
Hmm.
I like how that kind of like goes against what's supposed to be like little like, guitars, electric guitars, right? Um, I would say a 4 or like yeah, 4 or 5. I think it fits. Definitely fits Kung Fu Master.
Okay, okay, Janet.
Gave me very like underground vibes. Again, I'm just throwing out words and hoping that you guys catch the
I'm
vibe.
I'm just whatever you're putting down, we are picking up.
Uh,
Yes, it felt very underground, kind of like in those scenes where like someone barges into like a pool table and they're playing a game. That's the song that's playing in the background. I really liked it. I'm gonna give it a. What did Alyssa give it? A 4 or a 5?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 in the middle somewhere.
I'm also kind of in the middle. You know what? I liked it a lot. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay, I'm on this one. I think I'm in the same spot where I was with T-Hawk. So I will give it a 4. Is it above or below T-Hawk?
I would put it below personally, I think.
Sure, I cannot recall for the life of me.
Okay, well, look. It looks like we have a lot of 4s. Okay, DJ. DJ is Jamaica. He's just
Okay.
he's just like in a he's just like in a I don't know. It's like a party or something on the beach.
I expect beach party vibes then.
All right. Well, we're just doing it then. All right, Alyssa, DJ.
I mean, it kind of sounds like we're at a party, not like I do like the beat though. I think it fits. But of like the two more recent ones, this is my least favorite of the two of this like little bunch. So I think I'd put it at a 3.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Janet.
Getting fresh vibes. And I'm also gonna agree with like the last few that we've been having. This one is gonna be my least favorite of them. But it was still pretty good. I don't know if it's like worth a 4, but I think it's at least worth a 3. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay, I will do 3, and then I would say in terms of these, because there's only Blanca, Dalsum, and Bison. Kind of sounds like above Bison but below Dalsum. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from you guys.
Sure, I don't remember.
Well, yeah. We'll listen to them one last time just to finalize. And then the last one is Cammy, the second girl added to Street Fighter. It's in England.
Victor loves her.
Yeah. We're not gonna talk about my bias right now. Her stage is on a bridge, of a castle, and you're looking down, and it's like it's like nighttime. You can see some like buildings and forests and mountains, and then there's an aurora. What is it? Aurora?
Aurora.
Yeah.
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, there's one of those. The northern lights are in the background. Yeah, so yeah, we're just gonna All right, Alyssa, Cammy.
All right. I like this one. I like how the song it's good. It's a good song. I would comfortably put it at a 4. I've definitely heard other versions of this song that I like better, but this one's still really good. Yes, good tune. Good little diddly.
Okay, Janet, what you got?
I liked it because there was one moment where like you're focusing on one beat and then another one, a little melody comes in, and then for a second my brain couldn't focus on one, but like it focused on both and it went very well. And then the first tune fades away. We're stuck with the main tune, and then a third tune comes in while the background beat is still going. And I really liked that. I'm gonna give it a 5. It was great.
Okay. Extreme bias on my end. This is my favorite stage in the game. So I'm going 5, easy. The thing I like the most is the actual stage, like how it looks. Like visually, it is like my favorite fighting game stage like ever.
Yes, it looks very
And that's the version, Janet, from Street Fighter V, which is like a newer, like a PlayStation 4 version. But like the Super Nintendo one looks the same, just blocky.
right.
It's very pretty.
So in terms of where as a 5, because I'm giving it 5. I think bottom of them I was probably fine. I don't have a problem with Zangief, Ken, and Ryu being above. But yeah, I've heard some bangers of remixes for
Remixes.
Cammy's
Oh
theme.
yeah.
At some point we'll do Street Fighter 2, the final release that has like not blocky music, but they're like rearrangements of it with like more like real instruments. And Cammy's, just as a heads up, is done with a violin.
Oh.
And
Probably
it
spicy.
goes hard. Okay, so we're gonna do real quick. I'm just gonna play back the first 4, and then we'll see if we agree on where they're at. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you guys feel about that order?
Hold up, man. I gotta write this down. I had an order in mind. Let me,
Uh-oh. Jenna's about to reorganize this whole list.
I got too excited. Hold up. Let me.
I mean,
Let's go get a pen.
Okay. Well, while she's doing that, Alyssa, what do you got?
I'm fine with this as it is currently.
What? No. Okay. Let me give it to you.
Okay, Janet, go.
At the top of my list, I put Ken, then Cammy, then Ryu, then Zangief.
Oh.
Ooh.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
All right. So you have Zangief at the bottom of the 4.
Yes.
How could you?
Okay. And then you have Ken over Ryu.
Is this because of that Top Gun noise?
Is that the one that has Top Gun? I just
Yeah.
know that I liked the whatever section that he clicked. I really liked. It stood out more to me than the other one. There's reasoning behind it. All right.
Okay. Well, shit. I don't know how we're gonna do this, guys.
I'll settle so long as Cammy is not last.
Okay. We'll move. Okay.
What is she? You wanted Zangief at the bottom?
As long as
I did.
yeah, that's what she had said. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
works?
they're all five. Yeah, that
Yes.
works.
Onward.
Onward. Okay, the fours.
Four.
So has the most.
I still think this should be a 5. Oh, the Bell Rock is nice.
All right. Jen is probably thinking and writing. So Alyssa.
Yeah. Okay. I still think Guile should be a 5. That's just me. So I'd have him towards the top. God, I'm conflicted because I like Balrog and I like T-Hawk, but they're two different songs. I almost kind of want to put T-Hawk above Balrog. Personally, and then I'd be fine with leaving the rest of them in their places.
Okay. Janet, what do you got?
God.
This is the anime thing where she fixes her glasses and they shine.
I put excuse the mispronunciation if that happens. I put Guile, then Balrog, then Chun-Li, then Vega, then T-Hawk, and lastly is Fei Long.
Okay. So Guile seems to be at the top.
Yeah.
I think it should be a 5.
Thank you.
I think it should be. It can stay as the lowest 5, but I think it should be a 5. It just has that like just confident energy, just that like I don't give a shit. Like it's so over the top. Like I am a man. But I think it really works. So then you said what, Janet, for what was next? Balrog?
Yes.
Okay, you guys are conflicted on T-Hawk and Balrog, and you put T-Hawk way down lower. So, and then what was your next one, Janet? Balrog, you said Chun-Li?
Chun-Li, yes.
And then Vega, Hawk, and Fei Long. Yeah, and that rearranges everything.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys want to...
Okay.
We just need to scooch up scooch up Vega. Just one more.
That would be fine.
Okay.
Like, I'm fine with leaving Balrog right, because I like both Balrog and T-Hawk, so I'm just feeling T-Hawk a little bit more right now, but that switches with mood.
Okay. You guys good with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Threes. There's 4 of them. Okay, Alyssa.
Mm. That one's hard. Um. Can you play Dawson one more time? Hmm. I feel like I want DJ and that one switched.
Okay.
Put him up. And then play Bison one more time. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with it like that.
Okay, Janet, what's your hot take?
He literally just wanted Bison to be the first one.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Bison.
I liked it. It was pumped up. It was I liked it. It was the best of this little section. I did not like DJ. I was actually gonna put it last.
Were you?
Okay. I think if the only compromise I see is if we move Bison up one.
That'll do.
I mean, if you want Bison at the top, you can have Bison at the top because it does like have the angst to it of a final of like a boss. I just don't think it's amazing. But if you want to put it at the top of the threes, you can.
It's not amazing. That's why it's a 3-star. But
Yeah.
within these, it's a good one.
You put it at the top, Victor. That you can give Janet that.
Okay. And then for these other ones, we're good?
Yeah, those are good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then last, I mean, I don't think we really have to do these, but yeah. Alyssa?
Yeah, I mean, it's just trading one turd for another. So
Interesting.
Janet, you're good on these?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, that was a long one. It was Super Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo. I guess Alyssa, out of 10, 10 being the top 10 out of 10, 1 being just garbage, never listened to again. As a whole, where would you place, how would you rank this entire soundtrack?
I would say this is probably in the 8 range, like 7 or 8 range, probably closer to an 8 really, because the songs that are in the 5 and the 4 are just so good. And then the 3s are meh, but they're not terrible. And then the 2s are just kind of dookie. So I'd probably put it as an 8 because I would listen to most of that.
Okay. Janet, what about you?
Given that I don't listen to blocky music just out and about, they're cool songs, but I don't see myself I want to listen to this song and relive this moment. But they're not bad. I don't know what I've given in the past. So I'm just gonna go kind of 6.
Yeah, you've not given good scores in the past. That's on
Yeah.
par. That's on par with your past scores.
Good, great.
Well, I think Mega Man X, she gave like an 8 or 9.
Yeah, well, there's bias there too.
It's a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Cool. Well, that was Street Fighter 2. That was a really long one. But yeah, that was good stuff. Good stuff. We'll see what comes next. But yeah, that was Blocky Music, Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.